Welcome back, folks. I have got a big video today. I've got a lot for you. If you've seen any of my recent videos, I'll admit it's just been a lot of griping about how much the scalpers have inflated the prices and how now it's impossible to get product. And, basically that's still the case, but I thought I was only going to be able to bring you some loose packs. There's a few stores in my area that sell packs, but they have a limit. That's why there's, I only have 12 here. So I have half a box because the stores generally do 4 packs per day per customer. And, it looks like I've gone 3 times and gotten 12. And, unfortunately, they're not close, so it's not like they're on the way. Otherwise, I'd pretty much try and hit them up every day and have more. But the big news is I broke my rule like an idiot, way overpaid for a box. And I kind of was stupid about it. One of my local shops called me on the phone. I picked up just by dumb luck. And they said they had some one piece in stock and I could pay for it over the phone and blah, blah, blah. And so in my head, I think LGC, local store, usually they go 140. And that's my limit. If it's a box on retail for 120, I'll pay 20 bucks more these days. I think that's reasonable and worth it. But sadly, as you know, most vendors are up around the 170, 180. I've seen 210, 220. So yeah. Anyway, I say, yeah, I'll take a box. They had a limit of 1, and I feed in the information, and he said, okay, the full charge is going to be like $200. The boxes were 180. I stupidly assumed they'd be in the 140 range, but at that point, it's just a matter of, okay, shit. I don't know, I don't know if it's I don't want to sound cheap or whatever, but I said, okay, fine. But, I got to learn my lesson, actually ask the price, because that's burned me a couple of times. Another store that I go to, said they had some double packs. I saw their Instagram post. Jet over there, they say there's a limit of 4. I say I'll take 4, only to find out the double packs they had were 20 bucks a piece. That's double. So again, I got hosed. Anyway, I also have this to get into. So enough jibber jabber. That was a lot, I know. But but yeah, I don't know why I like to vent about my current situation. So bottom line is, I am going to have a tough time recouping my money when I paid basically 200 bucks after tax. It's not going to hurt quite as much, because if you did see my first opening, I got that special Blackbeard card. I can't remember if it's an SP or what, but it's going for about 170 bucks. So I have not sold it yet, but I do plan to, and that will cushion the blow, so to speak, on this box, because there's no way, almost no way I'm gonna make my money back on this. All right, so I am gonna try and speed this up a bit by not going through this deck. I'm sure you can find someone that goes card by card. And I am just going to show you what came in my pack. Because, with 12 packs and a full box on its way, this video would just get too long if I rolled out that deck card by card. So yeah, this is the Insert Starter Deck EX Luffy Ace Bonus Pack. I think it's, 3 cards. They've been doing 3 cards a lot lately. Ooh, that's a nice looking card right there. Have no idea about the value, but that's nice. It's an alt art Luffy. Next one, I guess maybe they're all tarts, but Jozu from the Whitebeard Pirates. Whoa, oh man, almost crashed everything. And Buggy, not too bad. Buggy, Luffy, Jozu. There we go. Let's get on to the packs. We'll do these dozen packs, and I think, like I said, these are going to be so random. They are from, 3 different trips to 2 different stores to get 4 packs a day. And I am gonna, jump back to the hits. Hopefully the hits. I say that with just my fingers crossed, but so I'll be so before I did this video, I counted my packs, and somehow it wasn't an even 12. There was 13, so I opened one, and that one was absolute dog water. I got nothing out of it, so I don't know how I ended up with 13 packs, to be honest. Because both places that I know of were doing 4 and 4 as the limit. Is that another SR yet? Nothing spicy so far. Either. So this set has been a little bit cheaper and a little bit easier to get, but when 17 comes out, it's going to be the anniversary set, and it's just going to be chaos. It's going to be like OP13 all over again, and basically impossible to get. I had a decent time getting at least a couple boxes of the Azure Sea set. Whoa, my camera's off now. So that was nice, but every time, a set like EBO3 or OP13, the anniversary sets come out, it's just going to be impossible again. And it's a bummer, to be honest. Like, I enjoy doing this, and I love it loved it, past tense, when you were able to get a hold of product, not only at retail, but, some sets like OP06, OP07, OP08, I mean, there was enough product to where some places were dropping the price down. The lowest I got was $72 a box. And I got that for some OP8 and OP07. And then regularly those 3 sets you could pick up for about $80, $85. Nice. I mean, imagine that today. Like if I could have gotten this box for $72 instead of $180. And it's nothing, the product's not better. So you're literally going from $72 paying $100 more, sometimes a little more than $100 more, and you're getting the same thing. So it's just a total rip. And it's the scalper's fault, but it's also Bandai's fault for not fixing it. I mean, they did the silliest thing with their little fake reprint of OP13 and EBO3. Nobody got that. I'm telling you, I'm gonna literally accuse local shops, including my own local shops. Most of the places did not even get that to the customer. They said, ooh, we get an extra case of OP13, an extra case of EBO3. Let's jack it up and make some real profit. They don't look out for their customers. and that's just the sad truth of it. People get greedy, and there's no two ways about it. So that did nothing for me. I mean, Bandai sold a few on their own site via the lottery, and I think I might have mentioned before, I have tossed my name into the lottery buy system like 8 times and got nothing. In fact, I've said this before, but just in case you don't, most people don't watch all my videos. I'm lucky to get a few viewers on any of them. But if you look at the Bandai store enough and do enough clicking, it brings you to how many were available total. And there was like 1,000 for OP13. Like, can you imagine? That the demand probably was more like 200,000 would have sold, or maybe I'm being crazy, but at least, I don't know what, at least lowball it, 20,000 or boxes would have sold. If at MSRP, give me a break. I don't know how many, but it's more than 1,000. Let's put it that way. Producing 1,000 is a drop in the bucket. So here we go. I am gonna just rip these because that's the fastest way to get through these. I got nothing. I don't know if you noticed, but I got nothing out of those 12 packs. And it was 13 packs if you count with the one that the oddball. So Jesus, man. I got those at retail, but I just burned that. Like it was nothing. Money just went up in flames. So I really am gonna have egg on my face if I don't get something out of this box that cost me over $200 after tax. And enough of that, and it's kind of, you start to get discouraged from even buying this stuff. I'm already kind of over my phase where, if you guys watch the channel and look back, you can see that right around OP8, OP9, OP10 even, I was opening about a case, and it was worth it because you had a decent chance of getting your money back if you bought it at 120. And actually, not just a decent chance, I mean overall, per box you get a decent chance of getting your money back, getting your 120 back. But overall, you open enough and you get some big hits, and it's actually a profit. I mean, I wouldn't do it if I was just burning money. But I've gotten 3 mangas, and obviously that tips the scale a lot. But yeah, nowadays, having to double pay for a box, you just can't really get your money back. So it makes it much less worth it. And if you're a player, you just buy the cards you need. I don't think players are sitting there opening case after case. I mean, most of those people are YouTubers or store owners. Oh, and it's another leader pack. I'm almost through the first side and we got nothing to show. Just SRs. That's the best I've gotten so far. Out of the 12 packs and the first half of the box, it's only mustered SRs. So honestly, like I said, you hear me moan a lot about it, but I know a lot of other people are doing the same. So I don't get a lot of comments, but if you're inclined to do so, tell me what it's like in your area, because like I said, my area is desolate. All the product goes out in pre-orders. Anything that's lingering, they jack it up to 170, 180 bucks. I'm sure a lot of the stores hang on to the product and sell it online for the biggest profit, which is a shame, but But you know, most local game shops don't make a huge profit, I'm sure. And so when they get the cash cow, they get the IP that really sells. I guess they got to maximize it. You know, you'd like to think that a store would quote unquote do the right thing and kind of. I know they can't just pop the box. I got nothing in that first half. So 24 packs so far and nothing. Second half of the box. I know they can't just. What was I going to say? I lost my train of thought. But yeah, I know local shops don't make a ton of money, but it'd be sure would be nice if they could do the right thing. And I know they can't sell, that's what I was going to say. I know they can't just put boxes out on the shelf at 120 because they'll just go and go and go. And even if they said one per day, they would be gone in a couple of days. So they do have to limit. So I kind of respect the stores that sell at retail but give you a pack limit. That's why I'm buying from them. And it stretches out the product. So, you know, over time you can still get product, you know, 2-3 weeks after a release because they put strict pack limits on. But you know, like I said, this Bandai just needs to be more realistic. You know, they got a game, a card set that sells like crazy. They can't short print everything. And nowadays, what would have been a normal amount to print is short printing because the demand has gone up so high and they're really slow to respond. Well, my first quote unquote hit. I'm guessing that's, you know, a medium value card. I haven't really looked. It's a nice looking card. You know, just regular alt art level. There's not a lot of texturing on it. There's some foil around the outside. Definitely could have done more, but not bad. Just a side note though, I cannot stand this character. He just whines and cries through the whole series. And he's supposed to be the, you know, prince or whatever. Give me a break. He's probably one of my least favorite characters, so that will be sold fast as you can believe. In anime in general, I hate the whiny, shouty characters. Zenitsu from Demon Slayer almost got me to stop watching this show. He was hysterical. And that's why, frankly, I don't like Sanji. In the live action, Sanji's great. In the anime, I mean, give me a break with his over-the-top attitude and shooting blood out of his nose. You know, when he sees a girl. That is, to me, that's just annoying. And he's not, I mean, you know, maybe they do it because he's the opposite of Zoro. Zoro is always just so chill. But yeah, they take it a little too far, I think, in the anime. I don't know how his demeanor comes off in the manga. Maybe someone can tell me. But yeah, live action Sanji's way better than anime Sanji. Ooh, another leader card. Our leader deck. Nowadays, you're supposed to be able to get a hit, so it's not the kiss of death anymore to get a leader pack, but that certainly ain't one. Alright, getting towards the end. I am getting hosed here, folks. I got those 12 packs at retail, so that's nice, but $120 for this box, and this is what I got to show for it so far. Or 120, what am I saying? I spit out the retail. 200 and just a little more because there's 180 plus tax. So I'm talking, I think, like 104. I don't remember exactly, but it was 180 plus tax. In California, that's, I think, 7.75. Yeah. I am 3 packs away from, well, actually, there has to be 2 hits, right? I got one more hit in these 3 packs. So let's make it a good one so I can, you know, Jesus, not lose too much money on this box. Oh, sick. I like that. I don't know how valuable it is, but, and it kind of sucks because it's actually worth nothing because I'm going to keep it. So I'm not even going to sell it. I'm going to hang on to this, which means, yeah, I don't get return value, but my collection will be nicer. Still a chance. Oh, no, maybe not. I think I got both my Dawn already. Still a chance for a third hit, but the chances are low. Got 2 packs left. Yeah, nothing. Wait. Yeah, nothing. Last pack. For the record, I have gotten something out of the first pack before. Never anything out of the last pack. For me, last pack magic doesn't exist, but here we go with another try. Nothing. I can tell by the way the card's sliding. I don't know if you guys have noticed this trick, but if you're fanning the cards out like this, and that last card tends to stick behind the second to last card, that is a telltale sign, because the alt arts have texture and raised parts and whatnot, so it makes it so it doesn't slide off as easy. And so I always know when there's a hit back there. But boom, that's it, man. Honestly, hard to get happy after that one. Paying $200 for that box, and it was a 2-hitter and nothing amazing. So I hopefully I learned my lesson and stick to my rule and just, 140 is my max. That would have still been painful to only get these 2 cards after a 140 box, but out of a 200 and something box, man, oh man. Anyway, thanks for watching. I don't know what's next. I don't have anything sitting here ready to open. Who knows what's going to happen with the One Piece journey. I think the next set is going to be out of control popular, insanely popular. So I don't expect to get a hold of, I'll be lucky to get a box. Let's put it that way. I might do what I did with this set, Time for Battle. I just bit the bullet, made sure I got 1 box. I think, I bought it off online and it was like $209. So yeah, but at least I got lucky with that box. That's the one I got, that Blackbeard special card. I don't know if it's an SP, I forget now. I haven't sold it yet. I gotta get on the ball and get the money back from that. But yeah, oh, that's not it. There was one thing laying around here. Nope, sorry. I bought a nice little Kuzan card, but I don't see it anymore. Thought it was right here on my table. Anyway, sorry, that was a long video and very little reward, but trust me, if you feel like you wasted your time watching this video, try spending 200 and something bucks and getting 2-hitter. Anyway, thanks. Hopefully more luck in the next one. Later.